Good afternoon, dear colleague. The theme of our article is Modern Trends of Communication in Higher Education, Problem and Prospects. In the modern condition of globalization, informatization, and the rapid development of technologies, scientific communication becomes a key component of the successful activity of a higher education institution of any form of ownership of scientific team. Change in the modern world determine both of the forms and means of scientific communication. Traditional methods such as face-to-face meetings, publication, conference, and correspondence remain relevant, but along with them new practices based on information and communication technologies are emerging. Online learning platforms, social networks, and other digital tools open up new opportunities for the exchange of ideas and collaboration between scientists around the world. They help increase the availability of scientific information and increase its impact on society. The main goal of this study is the theoretical justification and development of practical recommendation for the formation of an effective communication strategy for higher educational institution. In particular, the study of this topic involves the use of an integrated approach to the transfer of information to potential users of educational services through online learning platforms, official websites, and university corporate mail, messenger, and social networks. This study focuses on the need to pay attention to various aspects of communication process in the university environment, including internal and external communication, interaction with students, teachers, administrative staff, as well as work with the public and the development of an online presence. It is important to note that the study aims not only at theoretical conceptualization, but also at the development of practical tools and recommendations that will help higher education institutions improve their communication strategy and increase the effectiveness of interaction with the audience. To conduct a study of the of communication between university and participants in the educational process, the authors recommended using a methodology that involves the selection of communication tool depending on the goals that the university sets for communication, as well as depending on the category of stakeholders with whom communication is planned. The authors recommended highlighting three goals that the university sets for itself and communication with participants in the educational process. The choice of the communication channel depends on the purpose of the university's communication with stakeholders, which allows you to distinguish the following this purpose. First, informative goals to provide comprehensive information on organization issues, education process, educational projects, class schedule, admission condition, list of specialists. Education goals to use the use of modern information and communication technology directly during the educational process, learning, online educational platforms, corporate mail, various services. And imagine goal formation of a positive and successful brand of university, positive business reputation, a successful imaging, recognition and popularity of university in the market of educational service. On the figure one, you can see the system of communication tools of university with stakeholders depending on the purpose of communication. As a study of the current state of the communication policy of university in the world and in Ukraine requires the identification of trends and the main direction of the development of information process. This requires focusing attention on the interests of persons, the purpose of the communication policy of the university and the tools for communication with the surrounding environment. It is extremely important for university to establish an effective communication process between all stakeholders, interested parties of the education process, which includes the following groups. First, students studying directly at university, teacher, employees of university who directly carry out teaching, educational and scientific activities, applicants, potential university entrants who are looking for a future profession and educational institution. partners and other university cooperating in science, educational, research, or technical activities, employers, enterprise, and organizations searching for ready specialists among university students, state authorities, and local self-government that directly or indirectly influence and regulate the activities of the university in educational and scientific activities, public and charitable organizations that carry out various social activities and projects. And in table 1, you can see the number of users of online learning platform in the world in millions users. As you can see from table 1, the online learning platform Microsoft Teams had only 8 million users worldwide in 2018 and 300 million users in 2023. In table 2, you can see number of messenger users in the world in millions. The most popular messenger is WhatsApp. In 2023 was WhatsApp users 2,040 million users. WhatsApp has been growing steadily since 2018, and where it had 105 million users. In second place, the Skype messengers and other. In table 3, you can see the most popular social network in the world remains Facebook with 3,050 million users in the world, while in 2018 the number of users of this network was only 2,320 million users. All companies, government institutes, charities, famous celebrities have page on this social network. And on table 4, we recommended social networks and messenger for university to communicate with stakeholder interested parties. For example, for the group of stakeholder teachers and partners and other university, it recommended to use social network LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and Messenger, Viber, WhatsApp, Facebook, Messenger. For the group of stakeholders, state authorities and local government of the university, it is advisable to use social network Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Messenger, Facebook, Messenger, Viber, WhatsApp. In table 5, we recommended function of the university communication system for communication with stakeholders. The use and strengthening of the recommended function of the communication system will allow to strengthen the competitive advantages of university to form a recognizable brand of the educational institution, to improve the business image, to increase the effectiveness of the educational and training process, to use all the advantages of modern information technologies. In figure 2, you can see the trend of changing the number of users of online learning platform in the world. And in figure 3, you can see the trend line of change the number of users of education online platform, taking into account the education of the trend line and values of the correlation coefficients, which is close to 1. It is possible to predict the number of users in near future. Thus, in 2024, the forecast value of the number of user education online platform will be 585 million users, and in 2025, 676 million users. In figure 4, you can see changes in the number of messaging users on the world during period, and in figure 5, you can see changes in the number of messenger users. The forecast value of the number of messenger users in 2024 and 2025 will be 8,000 and 8,576 million users respectively. In figure 6, you can see change the number of users of social networks, and in figure 7, you can see the trend a line of change in the number of users of social networks. The forecast value of the number of social networks users in 2024 will be 20,300 million users, and in 2025 is 30,000 million users. In the modern condition of the development of the economic and society, the role of information technology and communication process is increasingly growing. The growing role of information in society is felt very significantly. The use of special application and service allow shopping, training, and custom service without leaving home. The development of social networks, for example, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, TikTok, Messenger, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Viber, Telegram, Snapchat, Discord, Signal, Skype, iMessage, Dust, Google Chat, and online platforms such Microsoft Teams, Coursera, Udemy, Teachable, Skillshare, Moodle is accompanied by change. The developers of this application service and new function and tools. This allow both users and university to improve the communication process, exchange information, conduct online classes, perform various cognitive tasks. It is not an expectation that new social networks, messenger, and online platforms for learning will be created and existing ones will lose popularity. It is predicted that the number of users of social network, messenger, and online platforms for learning will increase in the world. In particular, ordinary user can have account in several network and messenger at once, or have several accounts and social networks. Also, government, institute, commercial enterprises of university have accounts in several social networks and messenger. However, if it is the case of university, the number in the world does not seriously change that. Then in the commercial sphere, this increase in the number of both private entrepreneurs and companies. Successful development of educational institution, including university, requires effective management and use of all opportunity of the external environment. The information sphere provides many opportunities for university and students to develop. Accordingly, an effectively established communication system at the university with stakeholders should be a management priority. The modern development of the economic and society is characterized by the growing role in information technology. The increase in the number of users of social networks and messaging, the creation of new online platforms for learning allows university to be flexible, conduct distance learning, better inform the students and partners and place education materials. 6 groups of stakeholders in the process of formation of the communication system have been identified for university: students, teachers, applicants, partners in other higher education institutes, employees, state authorities, and local self-government bodies, public and charity organizations. It is recommended that the university use social networks and messenger across stakeholder groups. In particular, it is advisable to communicate with such groups of stakeholders as students and applicants of the university through social networks, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and use Messenger, Telegram, Viber, WhatsApp. The formal model of the system of means of communication of university with stakeholders includes 4 groups of tools: online learning platforms, official websites, and corporate mail of university, messenger, and social networks. This model assumes the following 3 goals: an informative goals, an educational goals, and an imaging goals. The proposed functional university communication system for communication with stakeholders, namely students, teachers, and applicants. The use of this function will allow university to increase the effectiveness of the communication process. Thank you for your attention.